Well, hi Anne-Marie, this is Bill. I'm making this video for one purpose, and that is to show you that we could have new computers in the Internet Academy for a very reasonable overall price. What's motivating me is that after the move, I thought we were going to get new computers, but then Linda suggested that we didn't have enough money for our new computers for everybody, so we're just going to get one. Tabby needs one worse than I do. Linda needs one worse than I do. My computer is old, but it still works. It just isn't powerful enough to do what I want to do with it. So what I thought I would do today, it's Saturday, August 27th, I thought I would show you how inexpensive it is to build a perfectly good, powerful computer and hopefully get you to support my effort to build computers for everybody in the office who needs one. So let me begin by showing you, I ordered parts from a place called Tiger Direct. Tiger Direct is simply the internet outlet for CompUSA, which is a national retailer. Parts came in last night, and so here's the invoice. I'll just try to show you the total price of the parts for the computer and for a fancy graphics card for me. Was $379.98. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to open up the boxes and put the parts out on the table, show you what goes into a computer, and then in probably a period of about 2 minutes over some time-lapse photography, show you how the parts go together to make a good computer. Okay? And here we go. I'm back and the boxes are open and I've got the parts spread out. I'm going to show you the parts that go into a computer. Most people think that computers are very complicated, and at one level they are, but at the level where we receive these parts to assemble, it's really pretty easy. Let me go over the parts with you and explain what goes on. That's the case. The case is simply where all the parts ultimately will fit in. The motherboard is in this box here, and all the computer processor parts fit onto that motherboard, which really just serves as a circuit board to connect the processor with the various other pieces of equipment. That's the central processing unit. That's the computer itself. It's just a simple little chip that's inside. There's the chip itself. The chip gets hot, so it has to be cooled, so that's a little fan that fits right on top of the processor to cool it. There's the memory that goes into it. That's a chip that's 4 gigabytes of memory. I'm actually going to put 3 of those into this machine since it's for me and I want it to be very powerful. That's the hard drive back there. It's a 1 terabyte hard drive, which is very, very large. That's the DVD CD reader, and this piece here allows you to insert discs to either read or write to. And finally, a graphics card, which is a fairly powerful one, so that I can power 3 different monitors. Okay, and now I'm going to start assembling those, and I'll give you an update every now and then. Okay, didn't quite take 10 minutes, and now the motherboard has been installed. And so that's what it looks like once it's installed in the case. And I'll rotate the case a little bit and show you the back. That's where everything's going to plug in, the keyboard and the monitors, all the USB ports and so forth. So the next step now is to install the processor and the cooler. And so that'll be the next step. I'll give you an update when that's completed. Before I insert the processor into the motherboard, I thought I'd show you what it looks like. This is the processor. This is the actual computer itself. Only 2 companies make processors, and one of them is AMD. This is an AMD Phenom 2, which means it's a dual core processor. And it gets hot, so it's cooled by this little fan here, which fits right on the top of it. And you squirt just a little bit of contact fluid right on top of the processor here, and then attach the fan, and that'll be my next step. Okay, there's the fan, and the processor is underneath it. It's installed, and the next step is to install these memory modules. Each one of those is 4 gigabytes of RAM, random access memory. You only need 1, but I purchased 3. And there the memory modules are installed. There's 3 of them. Well, the build's about half done. The next step is to install the DVD driver and the hard drive. And that's the DVD driver there, and that's the hard drive. And so I'll do that and check back in with you. Okay, at this point, The build is almost complete. The hard drive is in. The DVD is in. They've been wired. As you can see, there's a mass of wires now that's starting to build. And the next step is to connect all of the leads from the case to the motherboard so that the on-off switch and the LED lights and so forth will function properly. Well, there we have it. Everything is installed now. All the wires are connected, which used to be the hard part, but that's been made simple now by very clear labeling. The final installation is for a graphics card. Graphics card that I ordered with this system supports 2 monitors. My intent is to drive 3 monitors, so I'll be installing a different graphics card, this one right here, and as soon as that's installed, the system's ready to fire up and we'll see if it works. Well, this is it. This is a completed system. Video graphics card is in. I have a monitor connected. Let's push the button and see what happens. Alright, there's a blue light. That's always a good sign that something's happening. Cooling fan is turning. We'll see if anything pops up on the screen. There's the boot screen telling me that I don't have an operating system installed, so the install was successful. So, there you have it. Just a little over an hour from start to finish to assemble from parts very powerful and fully functional computing system. Now the price of $380 does not include a monitor or a keyboard or a mouse. Those are available probably for all 3 of those for under $150. But clearly for $380 to get a very powerful system capable of powering 2 monitors, if anything goes wrong with this system, there is no 3-year warranty as we purchase when we buy our Dell systems, but when you send a system back to Dell for repair, one of 2 things happen. They either put another system in a box and ship it back to you, or they'll take out whatever part is defective, stick a new part in it, and ship back the same system. We could easily keep some spare parts on hand, have a few systems built and ready to go. If somebody's system malfunctions, pop out their hard drive, stick it in a new system, they're back up and running within an hour or less. I think that the economies are significant here. We're not going to be paying Dell their state contract price, which is approximately $800 for the same system. Actually a little less of a system, a smaller hard drive and much less memory. But we're getting fine quality, the same parts that they use when they build systems, we would use when we build these systems. And I think, you know, saving approximately, let's just say, $300 or $400 per system makes it a very viable alternative. Something to consider. Okay, my next step is to bring this system into the college, see if I can talk Francine and her crew into installing the college operating system and software on it, and then I'll have myself the new system that I need. Thank you and enjoy.